The FBI's release of images from Nancy Guthrie's doorbell camera is setting off new questions about these devices and just how much data they store and share. Are the videos and images ever deleted? Grove City computer science professor Brian Dillinger is joining us now to talk about doorbell camera data. Brian, great to have you with us.
Always good to be here, Lindsay.
Yeah, these questions are all over the social media comments. So let's start with how the devices work. Are the cameras on the doorbells always recording, or is it just recording whenever there's motion or movement or sound?
Yeah, great question. By default, a Ring camera is only set up to respond to some kind of stimulus. So it turns on and records when there's motion or other activity. Ring has introduced a new 24/7 feature that allows you to leave your camera on persistently.
And when someone agrees to terms and conditions on the app to view their camera, are they agreeing to these recordings getting saved by the company?
For a period of time, yes. So the company asserts that they only store information for as long as your particular contract asserts. In the US, that means if you're on a free plan, it's a very limited window of time, measurable in a few hours. The subscription plans may extend that to 30 days or 60 days or longer.
I think a lot of people are saying, now, wait a minute, the sheriff said they didn't have images, then they did. So with the Guthrie case, there was no subscription. So the FBI had to excavate material that people would think would be normally deleted and no one would look for. What does that mean? Where are they going? Are these servers where they're stored?
That's a really interesting question. And the answer is we don't know yet. Ring has been very insistent in the aftermath of this that once your subscription plan hits the point where things should be deleted, that they don't keep anything any longer than that. There are two hypotheses I've heard that make sense. One is that the camera does store some information locally temporarily. And it's possible that even once that data has been officially deleted, that traces of it remain on the memory device that's part of the Ring camera, where you could actually open up the device and copy files back off of it. Even once they're theoretically deleted, they're still physically there. The other possibility is that it may be something related to a Google Cloud server or something like that, that Google likewise may have said, well, officially this information is marked for deletion, but we don't actually get around to deleting it for a week or two after we mark it as such. At this point, we just don't know the answer to that, but it does look like some part of the service is keeping information longer than it's technically meant to.
Would you venture to say most companies that offer these doorbell type cameras, whether it's Ring, whether it's your home security system, whether it's one you bought at a store, are they all kind of set up the same way, or do you recommend people go look at the details of that?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think it's very important to look at which cameras are set up to transmit that information over the net, to send it to be stored on a remote server, versus which ones try to keep it just locally on the camera itself. Actually, in the days after Ring's Super Bowl commercial advertising some of their services, some of their competitors put out a parody version of the commercial advertising that they don't send the data anywhere, that it always stays locally. And so for privacy-minded consumers, I think that's absolutely something you should pay attention to.
Yeah, we were talking about that Super Bowl commercial by Amazon's Ring doorbell, about that new search party feature that uses AI recognition to help find your lost pet. Maybe your dog runs away. You may have remembered that commercial where it shows people, putting up the sign up on the electricity post and hoping people can find it. Talk about why that should be also a security issue or concern, potentially how you look at it.
Yeah, so here's the process for that. So let's say somebody's dog runs away. What Ring does is it scans everybody's video files using AI and tries to find matches in the area for that dog. It then alerts you and says, your camera has what looks like a hit for this dog running by. Are you comfortable with us sharing that information? Now, notice the sequence of events there. By the time you are asked for your willingness to share the video, Ring has already used AI to scan through your video recordings looking for a hit. And so the concern is that this same technology could be used for instance, for people, for tracking and surveillance of people. In fact, Ring is introducing a service that does precisely that, that would do facial biometric matches on people coming to your door and would just scan them automatically through AI. And so the concern is that this might be used to create more of a surveillance state. Ring has historically been willing to share that information with police and does have large partnerships with police to provide information in response to requests.
All right, Brian Dillinger, great to have you with us as always. Thank you.
My pleasure.